Good afternoon. Welcome to the first of the Cannabis Chronicles of the Crazy Apes reviews. In the Cannabis Chronicles, we'll be discussing anything hemp, cannabis, THC, CBD, uh, Delta 8, all that jazz. Anything from products to actual cannabis related topics. Um, any questions, concerns, if people will start sending me those, and I'll start answering them. So the first of these reviews I'm going to be doing is of a strain that I particularly got to very much know and love very well. And I wouldn't be talking it up and giving a positive, honest review of it if I didn't like it. And the strain I'm, of course, talking about is called the Highwayman. The this particular growth of a strain is produced by the Botanist, which is one killer company. They've been producing some high quality flower products. Um, Definitely, I'm a fan of their smokables. So I'm going to be discussing the strain, what I found out about it, what I like about it, and talk up a bit and show you a nug or two. So I use my phone to just save some notes because I can't remember every single thing off the top of my head, especially scientific terms, and just like to reference things correctly. Um, I'm not a memorization nerd, but I'm certainly a research nerd, and I'll look up as much shit and I'll have something, a reference guide, so I tell you things as correctly as I know. So, what is the Highwayman? Well, first off, this strain was particularly developed um, in as a tribute to Willie Nelson and that Highwayman supergroup. We all know that Willie Nelson's a favorite stoker, and if you never did, know that he smokes plenty of pot. Well, I broke your cherry on that one, and if you love him, you know this is one good reason to light up for medical reasons, at least. Um, So this particular bud was picked up at a local dispensary. Retail for medical patients is about $50. Um, if you have a medical card, there really is no taxes associated with it, or at least here in New York State. Just got to pay every year to renew the card, and for me, that was like 90 something for the year, and that's pretty good. Um, what else I can say? So yeah, Strain was produced in honor of Ollie Nelson. Um, THC content, depending on where you look, this particular we can I have it marks it off at 24.76. That's what lab testing determined it as. The average is 19 to 21. I've seen cans sport as high as 30%, so that's quite a bit. Um, the average strain average bit of pot that you'll find has a at THC percent content of on the low end 8%, the medium range or around or the average is maybe 10 to 15. So 12 is the average, and then you get to more of the high end and higher THC content doesn't really mean stuff because it's also a matter of what else is in the THC as well, the CBD, Delta 8, Delta 9. Like there's a whole ton of compounds in your average strain of cannabis that beyond THC. One of those is terpenes. Terpenes give cannabis strains their specific flavor, odor. To some people, all cannabis smells the same. If you've been toking it up for as well as I have, you'll know that each strain smells a little differently, hits you differently, so on and so forth. So these terpenes, and along with other compounds, determine what the behavior of a particular strain is and how it'll affect your how you'll feel when you use it. So there's three main groups. You have sativas, hybrids, and indicas. Sativas is essentially any strains that are more considered to be more wake up. They famous some of the famous strains. Associated with that is Jack Herrera, green crack or green caffeine, as it's been labeled. Um, Maui Wowie, Durban poison, uh, Thai, um, believe uh, Columbia Red, but there's quite a few strains that are associated with it. Um, the mid that and the on the opposite end, which is more associated with the more sedative strains, they're called indicas. Indica is reference to Indian cannabis, or at least that's what it's. A lot of strains do have reference to the Indian some content, like Hindu Kush. Um, that's one first one that easily comes to mind for me. Um, what else? Or just Kush in general. That's a reference to Kush Valley. So a lot of those strains have more sedative qualities. Uh, they're they're for people who deal with insomnia, depression. Just need to kind of be able to go out and get some rest, and this will essentially they'll I don't want to say knock you out, but help you rest up. Um, right in the middle is what you call the hybrids. Some are a bit more indica dominant, meaning which are a little bit more sedative. Others are a bit more sativa dominant, which mean which they'll keep you. They're more they get are a bit more uppity. The Highwayman is very much a 50-50. For me, I can do it take in the mornings and it'll wake me up and it'll kind of mellow me out, help me ready to start my day. I can even afternoon, um, early evening, it's more gonna chill me out. So for me, I use it more during the day, and only recently started trying it out in the evening. And you know, it's all about how I essentially feel. If I feel more tired, I may need something a little bit more with more juice to kind of get me a jolt. But um, when I'm ready, a bit more up, it'll definitely give me a bolt of energy. But it helps me function. That's important thing. It helps with pain, helps kind of bring my appetite up, and kind of helps me relieve any like anxious tension. So that I'm gonna smoke up a bit, and one more thing I'm gonna get into is the terpene content and what it means. Um, so terpenes wise, it has my myrcene or myrcene. It's it gives cannabis its soothing and relaxing effects. It has more of a musky odor to it. Geraniol, or Geraniol. It essentially is found contain geraniums, lemongrass, lemon peels, roses. It has a very sweet scent, and it has a few properties. It's also neuroprotectant and anti-inflammatory. Uh, Caryophyllene, which is spelled Caryophyllene. It's has more of a peppery flavor to it, more earthy, and it's all anti anti-inflammatory and has sedative effects. But that's on the very lower scale. So overall, it's a very balanced strain, and ain't nothing. Just gonna tilt up a bit and tell you how it feels. Very smooth hitting strain. Um, Definitely, I get a hint of that peppery flavor as well as almost a little bit of floral note. It's very pungent on the nose. So, and with the ice bong, it hits pretty smoothly, or well, at least ice in my bong. I this particular chamber. of my bong allows like certain size ice cubes to go in and stay in chamber, allowing me to get a smoother, cooler hit. This is the particular nug, very beautiful. My um, laptop camera quality isn't the greatest, so it doesn't show uh, how much it glistens when you put it in front of light, and it has a nice yellowish, greenish color. You definitely see the THC crystals here. With better lighting, you get a better show of it. Overall, killer strain. I definitely recommend it if it's available. Um, Definitely, it's not for beginners, so I would advise if you're new to it, try in very small amounts. If you have some experience, just be cautious. It it can really hit you if you aren't careful with it. So with that said, if you guys want to see more content like this, have any questions, comments, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Um, if you have experience with this particular strain, definitely give me your thoughts. If you like the Highwayman, if you love Willie Nelson, uh, definitely talk trash here. So with that said, I hope you guys join me for the next round. Next video review will be of a beard product, and I'm going to be discussing Bard Brand's beard care. We'll I'll explain what I love about their oils, butters, and why you guys should be giving them a shot for those of you growing out your beards. So until next time, this is Mike with Crazy Abe's Reviews. Um, Stay crazy, keep it wild. Love you all.